Let's get ready to podcast. What's up, people? It's just Brandon bringing you guys another fantastic Wednesday evening. I am in that mood to get it done, so let's do it. I am currently on caffeine pills. Oh yes, caffeine pills to help me keep up my crazy schedule. As you guys know, last week I told you guys, I'm on a new schedule, up at 5, training at 5, eat at 6, and then do some work or 7, then I go to work at 8. The schedule has been kicking me in the derriere. Now, around 2:30, 2 o'clock, 1:45, brother been feeling super drowsy, so I had to get myself some caffeine pills, and now I'm like the Flash, I'm on the right, on the left, on the left, right, left, roof, right, left, roof, right, left. I'll do like 30 jumping jacks in 10 seconds. The caffeine pills are strong. And so I don't normally take caffeine pills that much. When I do take them, just like jittery. Yeah. People ask me, what's wrong with you, bro? I'm like, no, I'm good. Good. I'm good. Are you good, man? I'm really good. And it's just like that type of vibe. And the thing is, like, when you're on caffeine pills, those are the moments you just want to do anything that's like physical. You want to run. You want to jump. You want to go put something on a shelf. You want to take something down off. Anything that's physical, you want to do it because you're just in that zone. I'm finished buying snacks. Now, when I say I'm done buying snacks, I used to buy like 2 packs of Jammy Dodgers every day. That's 45 pence each. 2 times 45, you got 90. So that's £1 I'm spending for Jammy Dodgers every day. That adds up to £5. Well, let's take away the 10 pence that I'm saving. So, I save 50 pence, and it's like, okay, I save 50 pence. I'm spending, £5 coins to get 5. So let's say, I'm spending, £4.50 on freaking McVitie's a week, and I'm only getting 2 packs a day, and it's just like, okay, let me cut down the sugar intake. I'm not worried about diabetes, but just, my face reacts off sugar. Well, sugar in large amounts makes my face break out in acne. It's ridiculous. So I cut that down. I'm but I'm on my issue of making snacks. Now, this is the thing about me. If I'm eating instant noodles and dumplings, that's my help I'm broke stage of my life. If you ever see me eating dumplings and some instant noodles, I'm broke. Because instant noodles and flour is the cheapest thing you can put together. It's like, no matter how broke you are, you can buy a bag of flour. You can get some salt, and you got some water, no matter how broke you are. And instant noodles, get out of here. You put the noodles in the pan, add some water, and you're done. They're like, 8, 10, 12 pence is ridiculous. It's super cheap. So that was me when I was like broke. I remember February, a couple years ago in February, I was so broke. I had enough money to pay the rent, and then that was it. So what I do, I had noodles and dumplings for a month. No chicken, no fish, nothing. Excuse me, I need some more caffeine tablets. It was just serious. Like, I had nothing. And at the end of those 30, not 30, I say 20 because it was February. Good Lord. I had a whole new appreciation for money. When I'm broke, I think I'm going to plan this and save that, and, I'm going to put my money into this and money into that. I'm going to make sure I really, save it and nurture it to make it grow. Then I get paid. I'm like, whoop, who's got the money? I got the money. Forget you, forget her too, because I got the money. Order pizza. I got the money. Give me them ribs. I got the money. I'm taking the bus today and the tube today. I got the money, but you ain't got the money. I got the money, but that's expensive. I got the money. Then I'm broke. So I've cut out on buying snacks. And I'm back on my making stuff-ish, because it's not like I'm broke now, but I really want to be more responsible when it comes to money management and stuff. So that's where I'm at. Okay. I'm really disappointed in the world, I know I normally am disappointed in the world, but more than ever, I'm really disappointed in the world this week. The dress. Oh, is it black and blue? It's white and gold. What color is it? It's just... I couldn't believe it. I saw it trending on Twitter, and I was thinking, okay, that's weird. So, because I checked the tweet trends, and I think, okay, what can I make jokes about? What can I be funnies about? What can I get some retweets on? So, I did some jokes, like, what is it? 4 words to say or some crap like that during a situation. Another one was like 2 words that explain why you got fired, and another one was 4 words to help to encourage everyone. And it's just like, I was just like, okay, let me see what these. I did those, then I see the dress, the blue, black, and gold, white. Look, if you saw gold and white, good for you. If you saw black and blue, good for you. You know. So I was just like, what is this? So I clicked on it, and I just saw a dress. I saw a dress, and I was confused because I was like, why is this hot topic? Why is the world talking about this dress when, you know, ISIS is chopping people up into little pieces? Why? Why? And I till this day, I don't know why. I'm just confused, and I'm disappointed in my species, because I'm pretty sure that there were some aliens looking at us from another planet, just like, oh, those humans. Look at them. They got their own kind starving, dying, straight up genociding each other. And what are they talking about in the world? The colors of a dress. We are really going to have to invade them and eradicate them one day. Aren't we, Calori? Exactly. So, really freaking disappointed me. And they made such a big deal. Like, oh my God. People say, you know what it was? I think I'd be more interested if it was something, you know, like, oh, well, what piece of chicken is this? Is it a thigh or is it a wing? Nah, it's just, oh, the stereotypes are running higher. But if it was something that was more, it was a dress. You know, first, if it was a pair of jeans or boxers, maybe I would have been a little bit more interested. Maybe I'd be a little more interested, you know? And the fact that it was such a big deal was made out of it, I just think, wow, the media is good at distracting people from, you know, real issues. I just didn't think they'd do it with something so simple as a dress. I don't even think they believe it'd work. It's like, hey, I want to see a goof chest out. I'm going to say this dress is white and gold. Ha, ha, ha. They put it on, and the next thing you know, it's trending worldwide? That's ridiculous. I can't freaking believe it. It really, really dumbfounded me. It still does till this day. The fact that something so trivial could become so big. So, hey. I received this information, by the way, this next piece of news. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I read it in an article, so I'm talking about it. Now, it says Pornhub is creating a chargeable wrist battery pack. So when you masturbate, it charges up the pack that you can use that to then charge up, you know, phones or MP3 players or portable devices of that nature. This made me laugh for many different reasons. One, certain battery packs are going to explode. That's just straight out the bat. Two, you are not going to want your phone to be charged off the masturbation energy of your homeboy. I'm just saying, you know, if your phone's, you know, your friend's phone's dead, he's like, hold on, I'll be back. He goes to the toilet, come back. Yo, how's your battery fully charged? Well, I use my, don't touch me. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch your phone. Don't call me. I don't even want your phone to call me. That is nasty, but also, how in the heck do women use that? Well, I mean, not for guys, of course. I know how to use it with guys. So how do they use it with themselves? Is it like a little, you know, jabbing meter or something that goes like? How does that work? You know, and then one of the funniest comments I had to say, it was like, when are they gonna come up with a headband for ladies? Classic. Headband. If you don't get that, then you need to go back to school. But for me, that was freaking classic. But also another thing about that chargeable thing. I'm really questioning, like, how long are you going to have to do it for to charge the battery pack? And at what pace? What intensity? Like, how is it going to measure? You're going to measure the grip strength? How strong do you need to grip? All these things come into question, you know? No pun intended. It's like all these things are, it's like these things play a major part into how effective this device is going to be. And it's created by Pornhub, but I mean, I'm guessing it's only going to work with the Pornhub website. And I just hope it's wireless. I really do, because the last thing a dude needs is a wire slapping their thighs at, like, you know, 50 freaking miles an hour. And the girl sees, why are all these lashes around your inner thigh? Don't worry about it, baby. You know how it is. You know, just, you know, these things happen. You know, these things happen. So I really hope it's wireless. And I hope it doesn't make an identifiable noise like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Actually, you know, I would prefer that to, boom, masturbation is complete. You know, because you go in the bathroom at work, and, you know, you just hear this next to, you're like, what the hell is that? You hear, boom, masturbation complete. Oh, man, that's disgusting. You know, you hear that sound, you just know that dude just got a little bit of fapping going on. A little fapping. But yeah, ladies, hopefully you can benefit from it too. Use the charge of your devices. As it stands now, it looks like it's just primarily for guys. So hey, what's next? ISIS. Woo, ISIS. ISIS kills a gay man via throwing him off a roof building and stoning him. Now, I don't have any problem with the homosexual community. I know that, or I've heard, I should say, that, God doesn't look at it too lightly. He doesn't smile at it, I should say. If anything, God frowns on it. But I don't believe that, if God kills you, he kills you. You're dead. But to throw someone off a building and stone them while doing it is like, how much do you dislike this person? And the thing is, throwing off a building isn't as, isn't as dynamic as people think. People survive from being thrown off a building. But if you're getting thrown off a building and stoned at the same time, hope you die before you hit the ground and pray you don't survive. Because if you survive, oh my goodness, this super gay man, what are we going to do? We throw him off a building, we stone him. I know, we should hang him, then throw him off the building, and then stone him. And if he survives that, jeez, this is so hard. Okay, I know, we will set him on fire, hang him, throw him off the building, stone him, and then put him up with hot water. What does that think? Yes, good. He survives that. Oh, Joel. So, okay, we will tie a rope around his neck. We will throw him off the building. And then when the rope pulls to break his neck, then set him on fire. Throw the stones, basketballs, golf balls, footballs, table tennis balls, throw whatever you can at him. After you do that, beat him with baseball bats like he's a big piñata until all the gay comes out of him. And if he's still alive, he's clearly Jesus. Terms and conditions apply. I am absolutely ignorant and I'm an asshole when it comes to these things. So if you are offended, don't be, because I really am not saying this to offend anyone. If you are offended, by all means, feel free to X this off and, stop listening to you, big softy. But, yes. Speaking of ISIS, well, on the other hand, we have an anti-Islam protest in Newcastle. Newcastle, why do you want to make yourself the target for these guys that are called extremists? Not minimalist or mediumist. They're called extremist. If there were a difficulty setting on like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, you'd have easy. You'd have very easy, medium, hard, very hard, extra hard, ultra hard, extremist. That's what you'd have. You're messing with the upper echelon of crazy. Newcastle, what do you really want? To have an anti-Islam protest, that's messed up for many reasons. The first one, whenever someone does a killing, whenever a Christian person does a killing, they're never identified by the religion. Ever. When someone does a killing, when a kid kills another kid in the street, you don't hear this Christian boy kills another Christian boy. You just hear one teenager kill another teenager. It's really that cut and dry. They don't go into any elaborativeness of it. And it's a shame because when you look at it, and when you really look at it, you're just trying to make something out of nothing. There's people in Christianity that are crazy. There's people that are involved in Christianity that blow people up, but they're just called David. But then you got a guy, Raheem, he decides to, stab someone. Islamic extremist, Hakeem, he decides to destroy the sanctity of our country by killing and beheading. It's just like, why are you bringing this attention to you? There are people that are part of every religion that are crazy. I don't care if you're Buddhist, Judaist, if you're Jewish, if you're a freaking Hindu, Christian, Islam, atheist, every group has someone who's just crazy. So to say anti-Islam protest is just ignorant. And the fact that they were able to let this protest was able to happen just shows that the government really doesn't respect religions, mutually, which of course I'm sure everyone knew. If you had an anti-Christian march, do you have any idea how quick that'd be shut down? If you had a bunch of dudes in scarves and women with, the whole hijabs on and stuff and just eyes only on show and everything else, do you have any idea how quick the police would fly down? They would think it was a terrorist movement. My goodness, you just have you. We do not want the Christians. We do not need the Jesus. We do not want the Christians. We do not. Okay, Raheems, all of you. Okay, everyone named Muhammad, step that way. Everyone named Ali, step that way. And then all of you slowly but surely get into the van. I'm not trying to be racist, but the amount of people or the amount of should I say, Arab people or people of Asian descent that are called Muhammad. My goodness, you can hit about 7 names. You call Muhammad in a big group of, Islamic guys, you're going to get at least 7 hands in the air. Just, hi, do you mean me? Do you mean him? Do you want Muhammad A? Do you want Muhammad C? Do you want Muhammad? Maybe you want Ali Muhammad or Muhammad Ali. You should get Ali Muhammad Ali. That's AMA. Do you want AMA? Oh, goodness, I am really pushing the boundaries this week. But yeah. Okay, another one. 3 suspects arrested on suspicion of murder over stabbing of young cyclist as he rode with his friends down a busy London street. I read that slowly for a reason. 1, I've been told that I speak too fast, so I need to read it slow. 2, a busy London street. You know how many streets there are in London? It's freaking ridiculous. There's a lot of freaking streets. The reason they said a busy street in London is because it wasn't in South London. If it was in South London, the headline would have said, Brixton, violence strikes again. Peckham parades violence and madness. Because it wasn't in South East London, they say busy London street. Let that have been in Brixton. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, that's my phone. Apologies. If that was Brixton, it would have popped off. It would have popped off. If it was happening in North London. And it shows you that the media is definitely trying to keep a divide between everything bad that happens in South London stays in South London. But everything else bad that happens outside of South London, that just is London. So North, West, East, they get all the same brush. Southeast and South, they get their own brush. And I would say so to Southwest. They get their own individual brush for violence, It's just like, if I get stabbed in SC15, oh my God, Peckham stabbing. I get stabbed in NW1 and North London. In London, a man was stabbed today in the groin. It's stupid. And to get stabbed while on the bike, I'm a cyclist. And what I look out for is pedestrians and cars. So I'm trying not to hit people, so I'm trying to avoid them. A dude jumps on me while I'm on the bike. The last thing after reading this, I'm throwing punches. I'm throwing my bag. I'm going to throw an elbow. Everything. He could be trying to say, surprise, you just won £1 million. He will hand me that check bloodied. Black and blue. No, my bad. White and gold. He will handle me that white and gold. Straight up. Gosh, what else we got here? I feel like I'm really on a roll here. Oh, goodness gracious. We are in love. This is a woman that claims that this guy, really loves her. Now, she's sending $1.4 million to this guy, even though she's never met him and he lives in Africa. We all know, I say we all know, it's stereotype that a large amount of, swindling, scams and stuff, they're done by African people. Not all African people, I'm not saying all. And it's mainly, the thing is mainly pointed at Nigerians. Like I said, I'm not defending, I'm just saying what I hear. It's stereotypes, people, stereotypes. So, this woman's like, she's doing this, and it's like, I'm like, more power to you. If you feel this guy loves you, and you want to send the money, send the money. Because if you broke, you got the deal for it at the end of the day. And the thing is, the fact that she's in the newspaper, everyone's waiting for her to go, oh, guess what? He didn't love me. Oh, guess what? He wasn't real. Oh, guess what? It was a woman. Everyone, if you ask me for £2, I'm expecting some return. 1.4 million. Jesus. First off, how do you have 1.4 million to give away to someone you never met? That's like a pen pal. How do you give that money away? I mean, clearly she has it to give, and she's in some strong love. Normally when you hear about stories like this, the guy lays it down in the bedroom, something serious, so the girl is just enthralled by him. He ain't even doing that. His email game must be on, crazy game. No, his email game is too strong. His Skype game is too strong. It's ridiculous to have to, to be able to get that from someone. But to be fair, this woman, she was twice divorced. So, yeah, I mean, once you get divorced once, you're feeling a little weird. You get divorced twice, you're just like, oh, God, I'm going to throw in the towel. What do I do? Oh, this guy in Africa wants to holler at me. I just need to send him 1.4 million. Sounds legit. And the thing is, you get these scams, like these junk mail scams. They're like, hello, stranger. Do you remember when I met you on the beach? No, I do not. When the hell have I been on the beach? Delete. They don't even try anymore. You're like, hey, you. Oh, I saw your pictures on that website. What website? My pictures ain't on the website. Delete. You know, it's just you know these things. But when you're desperate, I guess it's different. When you're really desperate, you just want that companionship. You're going to settle for anything, fiction or nonfiction. So, more power to her. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, I hope you got another 1.4 million to pull yourself out the 1.4 million hole that you're putting yourself into for this guy. And if you do meet him, I hope he lays down the pipe. This story actually got me. There was a plane of passengers that were stuck on a plane for 9 hours. Now, the flight was originally only supposed to take 30 minutes. But they were stuck on not because the pilot was drunk, not because of a terrorist incident. They were stuck because there was, malfunctions and technical difficulties with the plane. Listen, if there's something wrong with my plane, don't let it take off until you fix it. I'm not complaining, and they're saying like people were getting sick and people getting upset. Why? Do you really want to risk flying in the sky, oh so high, just to die because you couldn't wait? Patience is a virtue, and it's also a lifesaver. People need to get a grip. I can't believe people are upset about this. You were upset. Why? Because the plane didn't take off. It said there was parking, the parking brake thing that had issues with that. And there was also issues with the navigation. Navigation. So let's say the navigation messes up, but they find their way back. Your brakes, you can land. You may be landing in some water, but you can land. If the navigation's fine, but the brakes don't work, oh, Lord, you are just going to be rolling. You see that plane is rolling. Hit the control tower on fire. Why? Because you did not want to wait. I would have been on the plane chilling, playing my Nintendo DS or Mario Kart on my phone. Why? Because I feel good because I'm live. Hell, if Aaliyah did some more checks, she'd still be here. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. That's just real. You know, people want to rush and stuff. You need to have patience and respect life. Listen, if it's a car and it starts to malfunction, you can dive out the car. If it's a ship and the ship starts to trip and, the engine blows up something, you can dive off the boat. If the plane messes up midair, you can't dive, you will die. The end. There's no roll. There's no stop, drop, and roll. Your parachute, none of that. You'll get the oxygen mask. They give you some oxygen. The plane will nosedive. And if it hits the water, the surface of the water will cause it to snap like raw spaghetti. Why are you tripping? People ain't got no patience. Okay, this one was actually funny. Students at a Catholic school dressed as a monkey and a banana to taunt black basketball players and didn't get punished. This made me laugh. Really made me laugh because this school just literally just announced it's racist. It really announced it's racist, or should I say it announced that it condones racist actions. Now, this didn't just happen like by surprise. They had a curtain, and while the black dude was shooting a free throw, they unveiled the curtain to show this guy in a monkey suit holding a guy in a banana suit. It was rocking him back and forth, and I started to laugh. The amount of preparation that goes into something like that, you just got to give them credit. They really, they really put some thought into that. And I just thought, you know what, if you're willing to go that far, hell, more power to you. I give you a little 2 claps. Did I think it was racist? Not really. But at the end of the day, that is something extreme to go to sort of, for a basketball game. And the director of the athletics department there was like, yeah, well, I can't go back in time and change it. Really? That's all you say? They didn't punish anyone, they didn't suspend anyone. He said the only punishment is that they won't be able to do it again. And I was just like, oh, God. Can't you just put a word on a shirt? Oh, I am racist. Get rid of blacks and Jews. I am racist. Hey, darky, don't like you. It's just, it's really blatant racist actions, And it's just like, personally, if the black people were in a unified place, they boycott the school, get them shut down, easy peasy, but we're not. So we're going to talk about it, get a little upset. The next thing you know, someone's going to drop a new video with a new song, and we're going to dance to it and forget about it. So, yeah. All right. Let's move on to some personal stuff for me. Okay. I have opened up a savings account. Yeah, your boy was thinking maybe I need to, take things a little more seriously with the mayonnaise. So I opened up a savings account, which I felt good about. And I think everyone should have a savings account. It's not about having a savings account to have £1,000 or $3,000. It's just to get into the habit of saving your monies. That is all it's about. Get into the habit of saving your monies. That's it. I want to pass it on to my kids and my kid. I don't care what job you got, son. If you have a job where you make £1, save 30 pence. Just save 30 pence. And let that 30 pence just sit there and forget about it. Just get into the habit of saving, because it's a good discipline thing to have. But it's also a good cornerstone to have as a personality trait. What else? I got myself shaved. I got my hair cut, I got a shave, and then, I got this new thing where, like, the beard's sort of showing, but it's thinnish, and I thought, okay, this looks cool. I'm going to change my image a little bit, look a little more tough, grr, and not like, hi, I'm Brandon. So, yeah, I got the cut and everything, and my beard is patchy. I was one of those dudes who puberty hit me physically, didn't hit me facially. So, I grew up, my face did not become hairier. So, I got patches where, there's no hair whatsoever, and other hairs around like, what the hell are you doing, face? I don't know, I just won't grow. I don't know. So, yeah. Wasn't too happy about that. No one said anything, but I could see it from like a mile away, so I'm just assuming people are just trying to be polite, or they're afraid I'm just going to say something like, what you mean my beard ain't cool? Son, I'll step on you! Or something like that. But yeah, it was, when I first saw it, I was upset, but you can only be upset at yourself. And not even me, like my conscious mind. I can only be upset at things I can't control, like my face, or my tear ducts. I can't control these things. To be mad at it is stupid, but I was a little like, oh, come on, guys. Pull it together. I need you to grow. Won't you grow for me, baby? But yeah, it was really, really annoying. And it hurt, but what you gonna do? Let's see, let's move on. Brandon. It's just Brandon. Actually, no, I'm gonna pause it really quick. And I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Yeah, had to get the shout outs. Now, the shout outs are a little more than last week, which is, always a good look. Shout out rules are simple. If you favorite my, podcast tweet, or if you let me know that you support the podcast in any way, shape, or form, then I will then, shout you out as an appreciation for me, and, I'll at you in the next one when the podcast comes out, so, you'll be more in the know. So, first one, Icon. That is ICXN. Yes, that's Icon. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for supporting the podcast. And he is doing his thing with WAP Magazine, also an artist who is changing the game with how he's changing his style. So, by all means, get at him at ICXN Music. That is ICXN Music on Twitter. Also, PushPal app. PushPal is the only full-featured push bullet client for Mac. Do I know what that means? Hell to no, but they support me, so by all means, I'm put the support back out there. Yeah, Brandon, you don't know what they mean, so how can you really support them? By reading out what they do. Yeah, that's what I do. Thank you. Have a nice day to you, sir. Of course, Candom Comedy Club, they have been showing me so much love. It's ridiculous. I'm going to really try to give a good push this week. Okay, Candom's newest comedy room, a home for comedy, cabaret, and variety, seeking regular nights and one-off shows for our program. No higher fees, and the open July 2015. Now look, any actors out there, any dancers out there, if you're a performer, this is for you. A lot of the time, people, or should I say teachers, or even the business, the whole show business, they want to structure you into how they want you to act. Meaning, they want you to get a manager or an agent or something. They want you to be managed by someone. And by all means, later down the line, that makes sense. But it isn't something that you should be aiming for like at the very gate. You should be managing yourself, knowing yourself, developing yourself, and honing your craft. And this is a venue where you can do that. And then some in front of a live audience. It's something that a lot of people say they want to do down the line, but it's something that you can do right now. You holler at them on Twitter, at Candom Room on Twitter. You got some show, you got some people that got some acts together, come together and make a variety night. Then that variety night can become a rolling thing, and the next you know, you're getting experience on top of your learning. And I'm talking to college students. I'm talking to maybe even university students. If you have time on your hands as a performer, as an artist, and you need a show or a venue, give yourself the experience of a club, of a night runner for your own night, and also as a performer. Why not? Do it today. Holler at them, get your experience on, and thank me later. All right, next one, Alex Gueros. I hope I did pronounce that right. He's a comedian and podcaster, much like myself. He's supported the podcast, and you can get at him at NotAlexis on Twitter. That's at NotAlexis. Also, funny jokes, and that is at Reddit_jokes_. They are down with jokes and many other things. Many or any other things. I may have got that wrong. Jokes and many other things, or jokes and any other things. Take your pick. Well, yes, those are the shout-outs for this week. Of course, Afro Solarian, I know you're out there, brother. I know you're out there. You support me pretty much every single week. And I'm saving a really big shout-out for you on the Good Guy's Guide to Keep the Girl, which I am filming every other day. Go to the main topic now, people. Now, the main topic for this week is being professionally aggressive. Now, when you're in a work format, you can do all the work you want to. You can, go above and beyond the call of duty. You can get there early. You can leave late. But unless you are aggressive with how you do this, I'm talking about aggressive and talking to management and stuff, you will go nowhere. And worst off, what you do will be expected. Yeah, all the extras that you do will be expected. And I'm like, oh, so Brandon, you didn't get here early. You didn't do that thing. Well, no, I didn't. And they look at you like you messed up. Because you said, you know what, I'm going to get to work on time for once. I'm going to get to work on time. I'm going to leave on time for once. And they look at you like you're crazy. Now, what does it mean? See, I got to slow myself down. What does it mean to be professionally aggressive? It's simple. You go to your manager, and your manager, your supervisor, whatever, you say, I want a higher position, or I want higher pay. Then they'll say, okay, well, let's talk about it. What can you do? Because a good manager will hear you out before they try to shut you down. A bad manager will shut you down outright. Why? A bad manager that shuts you down outright hasn't heard anything. If they can try to say things about how money or personnel, but if they haven't heard you out, they don't know what you're bringing to the table. They have no idea, but a good manager will listen to you and hear you out. So when they shoot you down, they can then address why your idea won't work for the following reasons, right? So, but if you do as you're told, normally you will never be rewarded. Never be rewarded. And this is the misconception that is delivered by schools. You go to school, you show up, you do your homework, you get a good grade. You do your coursework, you get a good grade. It's not like that at work. You do your job at work, that's it. You do your job at work, that's it. When you go to work and you want to get higher up the ladder, you got to do your job, know the dude above you job, know the dude next to you job, be able to operate at half efficiency, be able to make sure the ship is floating with 17 different holes in it. You need to be the Swiss Army knife of the company. And that's where you can just be able to be considered. But then you need to be aggressive enough or have the balls to go to the manager. Like, you know what? I deserve more. And they're like, oh, really? You want to climb the corporate ladder, huh? Okay. Let's see what you got. And then you get on the path. But if you just go up there with good intentions and good effort, you ain't getting nowhere. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. So don't ever forget that I told you. If you listen to this and you want to do more, but make sure you know what you're worth. Tell them what you're worth. And what you're worth should never be what you get now. It should never be. Let me repeat myself. What you're worth shouldn't be what you're getting now. Because if you're worth what you're getting now, then you're not doing that much. Or you're not doing enough. If you want to make more money, you need to be worth more. If you want to get more, you need to be worth more, bring more to the table, and that's how you can get more. More. That's the word, more, okay? Another thing that schools taught us, follow the rules without question. Nuh-uh. Everyone who's been in any type of job, whether it's retail, schools, whatever, HR is humans just like you. Human resources mean they deal with them and they have them. Sometimes they can mess up. I was working at a job one time at a supermarket where they underpaid me by 60. Oh, I don't mean 60 cents or 60 pounds. I'm talking about 60 pounds. And if I never would have called them I never would have got it. They are human beings. And sometimes they mess up. So you need to question everything that you do not understand, because they will not tell you what you need to know. They'll tell you what they want you to know. And that is a very, very small pool. It's a very small pool. So it's like, for example, if you're working at a job and they say you have to escort, customers outside the building if there's a fire, you look it up. If it says no, you need to exit it as quick as possible. You ain't got to do nothing, and they're jeopardizing you. It's like, oh my God, there's a fire. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you put down the zucchini? There's a fire. Excuse me, the popcorn aisle has already gone up. Excuse me, miss. No, it's like this. I'm going. Woo! 9.7 seconds. Jeez. Thank the Lord. So customers inside, they'll find out. Oh, that fire will let them know that there's a fire inside there. Uh-huh. Let them burn up with their shopping. That don't faze me. I got a job. I clocked out before I left. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to clock back in when I get back. I don't want there to be no confusion. I want them to know when I left, and I want them to know when I got back, because I'm getting paid. Also, show your colleagues and your teachers respect. You respect people that respect you. And in saying that, don't disrespect people that haven't given you a reason to disrespect them. That I have to say that goes deeply. If you don't have a reason to disrespect someone, then you shouldn't be disrespectful towards them. That's just point blank. You definitely should. That's just a very, 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 very ignorant thing to do. And a lot of people can really fall into that trap. Well, I ain't got a reason to respect them. But that doesn't mean disrespect them, you douche. You treat them with a level of respect, just not any more than necessary. But if someone's giving you some grief for no reason, oh no, you ain't got respect. If respecting them is wrong, then I ain't gonna be right. I said that wrong. If respecting them is wrong, then I'm gonna be right. There you go. Because respecting them means disrespecting myself, and I ain't down with that nonsense. No. So definitely, you come across a manager that has a bad attitude, and he's giving you that attitude, and you haven't done anything, you have the right to call them on it. You have the right. If someone has an issue and they tell you that issue, that's cush, that's gravy, and that's fantastic. But if someone has an issue and they just walk past you, morning, John. What the hell was that? Yo, John, what's up? You can't say morning? Huh? You can't say morning, John. Is that a beef? All right, I got you. Then later on, hey, Skip, good morning. Yo, John, you need to go check yourself. I said morning to you and you were tripping. If John don't be like, oh, well, I was sorry, Skip. I just had a lot of things I'm dealing with. It's just a hard life. It's a hard life. My wife is being ridiculous again. She didn't let me have, the special sauce when I had the loving last night. So I'm just a little upset. I'm a little pent up, Skip. I'm pent up. Oh, God, doing all your work. This is a big one. Never, ever, ever, ever do all of your work at a job. And I'll explain why. If you do all your work, there's going to be more work. If you do that work, there's going to be some more work. If you do that work, there's going to be some more work. Because the manager can never let you say, I'm done. Because if they let you say, I'm done, they've given you carte blanche to say, I'm going to bounce and do whatever I want. Why? Because I'm done my work. I'm done. So never do all of your work. Do your work to the level you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable knocking out 3 days worth of work in 2 hours, do that. If you feel comfortable taking 1 day to do, 3 hours worth of work, bruh, do that. Because at the end of the day, the manager will tell you if you're slacking or if you're, no, they won't tell you if you're doing over good. They'll say, oh, you did a good job, and they'll leave it there. But don't expect them to promote you. Oh, don't expect them to promote you. If you go for a promotion, that's when they'll promote you. But don't expect them to, you know what, Rick? You're doing a fantastic job. I think I'm going to promote you. Come on, we need to pay more money now. Because at the end of the day, they're a business. Businesses have to work off money. So to them to promote you means they're going to lose money because they're paying you more. So why pay you more money if you're going to do the job that you were doing before at the same salary? If you were doing above and beyond, like you were doing your job plus a manager job, and they were paying you, employee wage, they're not going to up you for no reason. No, because they already got a manager. They're like, oh, God, so what's this guy, huh, Steven? Yeah, Steven's killing it. He did his work, he did the manager's work, and the manager just didn't know what to do. So, we're going to keep him where the hell he is because his manager, didn't do anything wrong. They're just having their work done. And Steven's letting him work himself into death. Why? Because that's what we do. Because we care. Good intentions, not a good look without a cutthroat attitude. Like I said, if you want to get there, you need to have that cutthroat mentality of like, this is what I'm worth and I want this. And then if you don't get that, cool, cut back on the work that you were doing. and show them the pain and the error of their ways. Oh, it's just Brandon, you're just so vindictive. Not even. I just believe that people should be treated how they're worth, or what they're treated, for what they're worth. And in a lot of job establishments, they can't do that because a lot of people, they're worth so much more in monetary values, and they have budgets that they need to stick to. Yeah, and this leads me into my next point nicely. Bastard managers expect you to do more for less. A manager, like I said, will get you to do more work and 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 more work, more work, more work and 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 more work. Yeah, I could actually try to freestyle on that, but I'm not going to because I'm not in that right mood. But yes, that is what I call a bastard manager, because they know that you're worth a certain amount, and to get you to work more than that, it's just taking advantage. It's just taking advantage. I know some people think, well, they're not asking you to do their job. No, their job is to manage you, so they don't have to ask you to do their job, because they're making sure they do their job and making sure you do your job, and then some. So they're super doing their job because you're super doing your job. Ridiculous. Colleagues that play that backstabbing game are something to watch out for. I mean, like the ones that'll be all nice and laughing and joking with you, and then the moment you turn your back, they run away to management and tell them what you said or what you did. You gotta be careful, because those guys, backstabbers, you need to watch out for them. It's smile in your face, backstabber. Ow! So true. But yes, those are the ones that'll crack jokes with you in like the lunchroom, right? And you'll say, oh, the manager, or Nikki, she's being a bitch. And then next thing you know, they go right out and says, yeah, Nikki, yeah, I don't know why Steven was just saying that you were a bitch. I think you're a fantastic manager. Then next thing you know, Nikki giving you a stink eye and you don't know why. And you just don't know why. And then your job becomes harder. You get late, and then she's trying to give you an advice and counsel meeting where normally she would just give you a slap on the wrist. Whoo! You need to watch out who your friends and who's your associates and who's the backstabbers. Because it ain't a game. Now, the pat on the back versus the backhand. I call it pat on the back versus the backhand for this reason. When you do good, they'll give you a pat on the back. If you mess up, pow! Backhand slap to the face. If you are late too many times, they will try to fire you. If you come early 4, 5, 7 days in a row, they'll say, good job. You're a hard worker. The pat on the back is nowhere near as intense as the backhand. Pat on the back, backhand, pow! And the backhand stings because they got the knuckles back there and the fingernails and the stuff and the joints. Just like on the face. It's on the face. It is harsh, harsh, harsh. But let's say, for example, that you do decide to, go up the ladder and you do get it. The dynamic changes. You get the promotion, you become a supervisor or even a manager. It goes from you versus the job to you versus the staff. Or else, all those people that you were seeing eye to eye with before, those people you look down on because they are under your supervision. Oh, yeah. So you remember how Tamika used to take that shortcut when, cleaning up? You can't let her do that no more. No, because you need to supervise that she does it correctly. You know how Marlon always rolls in 25 minutes late, but, the other people cover for him so the manager don't find out? Oh, no. You can't do that because you're the supervisor. You're supposed to make sure that the standards are held high for everybody coming in on time and adequately and responsibly fulfilling their duties. So you become, in a sense, the enemy. So if you want to climb that ladder, climb it and climb it high, but just realize that once you decide to take those steps, you become the enemy. And it's not a good look. I'll tell you this story before I jump off this subject. Now, I used to work at this place. Now, I was best at what I did. Like my customer service game was too strong. I was getting, complimented. The store was getting compliments about me all the time, and it didn't hurt that I had an American accent. So I was friendly, I was nice, I was smiling. It was all beautiful. Bang, bang, bang. So what happens? I said, you know what? I've had my fill in this sector. I'm going to go to a different department. I'll put in my application. I'll do the interview. Everything's jiggy. What happens? I don't get it. And I'm thinking, damn, that's messed up. Because my manager was like, so how'd it go? And I was like, oh, I didn't get it. He's like, oh, okay, well, better luck next time. I'm like, okay, cool. And I was a little upset. I stayed working at this company. And 3 years later, I was told by the person that interviewed me, well, yeah, I did want to take you, but I couldn't. And I was like, what? She said, of course I'd want to take you. You were enthusiastic. You were charismatic. You had great rapport. I wanted you, but they couldn't get you. Why? Because you were working where you're working, and your manager just stopped it from going through. And I thought, ain't this some ish? Oh! My manager had the gall to say, how did it go? When he knew he was like, chop, cut, finish. You ain't going nowhere. He had the gall to ask me, bruh. He left, by the way, the store. If it was the thing where he were to walk past me now, oh, lordy, 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 I would tell him about himself, say, hey, boy, you vex me, and don't follow me. Mercy. Now, I would be very upset because I got basically penalized for doing a good job. How can you be too good for something? Overqualifiement is the most bastardized phrase in the world. Because it's literally telling you, hey, you work too hard, your standards are too high, now you're too good, and now you can't get nothing. And then you got meanwhile a dude who does just barely enough to pass, and he's like, hey, can I have that job, son? You know what? I like the cut of your jib. You're hired, Rakeem. Yo, yeah, son, Rakeem got the job in his house. Hey, yo, you smart dude, you overqualified dude. Yo, holla at your boy. You just feel dumb. And it's messed up. And it really deters people, and it sort of twists them and makes them become that cutthroat douche. But you shouldn't become a cutthroat douche. You should understand that you need to be cutthroat, and you need to be aggressive, and you need to have that attitude to ascertain those dreams. All right, let's go on to the questions. Yo, it's just Brandon. How are you doing? Hope you're well. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I wanted to know, who is the funniest person you know? You seem funny. You bastard. You seem funny, but who do you feel is funny? Okay. I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, funniest person I know is my boy Meeks. Meeks is funny beyond reason because he has no tact, and there's no barriers of anything he says. What he says, he means, and he says it and he lays it down. There's no mixing words. He says it, and it's a good look. And I can't lie to you. Comedy is pure. It's not pure hate. It's just pure creativity. You say something and you connect it to whatever you're doing, and it's a good look. So yeah, I would definitely say Meeks. I mean, if you have a phone conversation with the guy, you just be laughing so much, it's dangerous when I talk to him on the phone because I swerve because I'm laughing so much. But, it's definitely Meeko, funniest dude I know. What would you tell your children about the opposite sex? Oh, gosh. Okay, if I had a son, I would tell him about the opposite sex. Son, listen, girls, you're going to encounter them, you're going to meet them, they're pretty, they're beautiful, and you're going to want to do things like hold their hand and or kiss them, and as you get older, you may want to do other things. What I'm telling you is this. You can do that now, in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You have that option. But you've only got 15 to 20 years to establish yourself in your career path. You can choose what you want to prioritize as number one, but I'm telling you, there's always going to be time for ladies. There's not always going to be time to establish your career. Because you do nothing but getting older. You're doing nothing but getting older every minute, every day, every hour. You're getting older, son. You're getting older. So you can allocate that time to the pursuit of females, or you can allocate that time to establishing yourself. I can tell you, I wish I would have established myself growing up. I didn't. So I had to make a lot more mistakes, and it take a lot longer to get to where I got to. And even now, I'm still catching up. I want better for you. So, son, I'm telling you, your choice. It's your choice. If I had a girl, oh, Lord. If I had a daughter, I would tell her straight, listen, you run the world, girl. What you got between your legs, you ain't even got to do nothing. Guys want it. They want it. They crave it. And you don't have to do nothing. You have power beyond measure, but that power means nothing if you do not respect yourself. Oh yeah, the power of the punani have led many a female to ruin. But I'm telling you, girl, that you need to respect your body, you need to respect yourself, and you need to make sure you know, love, care, and encourage yourself before you look at any brother up in here. And if you get a dude, he better be me times 3 or I'm going to kick him in the teeth. Oh yeah. Your man better be me times 3. I ain't talking about age. I'm talking about he better treat you right. He better honor you. He better have ambition, goals, and dreams. And I want to see his dreams. That's how deep it is. But for the meantime, you, baby girl, you stick to yourself. Build yourself. Because a man will drag you to ruin if you let him. So, long story short, get your education. Get your you on. Don't wear no makeup. Love yourself. Better yourself. And then, you can worry about some boys. So that's in my mind right here, the clap coming in. So, woo! All right, next question. Hey, it's just Brandon. Are you a cat or a dog person? I am a cat person all day, every day. And I love cats. Cats are cool. They're very smooth. You know, they can put like a soundtrack behind them. They're just that gangster. I love cats. Cats are awesome. Dogs, not so much. I haven't really had great experiences with dogs. I was bit by a dog in the leg. A dog ate my hat. And a dog doo-dooed in my front room. It's just like, I really never had great experiences with dogs. I mean, I think they're cool and everything. I think Airbud's a G, but I don't not really a dog person. I mean, I'm more a cat person. Cats are awesome. Of course, they got that superiority thing. Like when I was younger, I'd wake up a lot of times and my cat was just on top of me while I was sleeping. And it's like, Kitty, why are you sleeping on me? And she looked at me like, shut up, punk. You mine. This is my bed. You my chest. This is my chest I sleep on. I love sleeping on my chest. Like, but cat, you have a bed. No, you my bed. Shut your mouth. Just that type of ish. But I love cats. Cats for me all day, every day. Okay, last question. Oh, God, last question. Yo, it's just Brandon. Did you see the dress? If so, what color did you see? Okay. What dress did I see? All right. Now, I'm going to be really real with you guys, and this is going to cause a little bit of an uproar. I looked at the dress, and I saw all of the colors. At one point in time, I saw gold and white, and at one point in time, I saw black and blue. I've seen all 4. So for me, I personally think it depends on the lighting that you're around. It depends on the time of day. It depends on how tired or awake you are. I think it depends on the color of your eyes. I think there's many different variables as to why you will see gold and white or you see black and blue. So for me, I just think it's just circumstantial and it's irrelevant. So yeah, I saw black, blue, and I've seen gold, white. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been fantastic. For any questions, email me at ijbpc@outlook.com. Also, Ask IJB is the hashtag on Twitter. It's just Brandon, also a hashtag on Twitter. And if you type it on Google, you'll get to my Vines. I dropped a Vine this morning. Dropped a Vine yesterday. I'm going to drop a Vine after I'm finished this. Because your boy will do it for the Vine. Because you know I'm going to do it. Because you know I'm going to do it. So by all means, enjoy your Wednesday evening. And this is going out a little earlier. Why? Because I wanted to prioritize this. And the caffeine pills are wearing off. So I want to say I love y'all beautiful peoples for listening to my beautiful voice. And I'm going to